Good morning, students. In the previous video, I have already told you what is unitary method, and we have seen a definition of direct variation and indirect variation, and also we have seen the example. So today we are going to see that what is the example of direct variation. Okay, so examples of direct variation. Okay, so the question is, a man earns rupees 400 in 10 days. How much will he earn in 28 days? So as we know that in direct variation, if one quantity is increasing, so the other quantity will also be increased. Clear? This is the direct variation. Okay, so let's solve it. So in 10 days, the thing which are being given in the question, we have to note that thing down first. So in 10 days, the man earns rupees 400. Clear? So how much rupee he will earn in one day? So one day earning will be 400 divided by 10. So this will be 40. I hope you are seeing it and it is clear to you. Okay, so in 28 days he will earn 28 multiplied by 40. So your answer is 1120 rupees. See, over here you can see that in 10 days 400 rupees. Again the days are increasing, so according to the direct variation the rupees will also be increased. I think it is simple and clear to you. Okay, so let's see the second question based on the direct variation. Weight of 8 identical article is 4.8 kg. What is the weight of 11 such articles? Okay, so again follow the same procedure. The things which are being given to you, you have to note that thing first. So weight of 8 article, that is 4.8 kg. Okay, and these are identical. Okay, so weight of one article will be 4.8 divided by 8. Okay, so if you will solve this, you will get 0.6 kg. So now what is the weight of 11 such article? So weight of 11 such article, so that is 11 into 0.6, that is 6.6 kg. Okay, I think it is clear and simple. Okay, this is the same method that has been followed previously also, and you are seeing again over here. Let's now move on to the next one. So now let's see the second question, another question number 3, and it is saying that 0.75 meter cloth cost rupees 45. Okay, so what will be the cost of 0.6 meter of same cloth? Okay, question is 0.7 meter cloth costs rupees 45. So what will be the cost of 0.6 meter of same cloth? Okay, so first we will solve it with a unitary method. So we will write the thing that has been given to us. The cost of 0.75 meter cloth is rupees 45. Clear? So 1 meter cloth cost, that will be 45 upon 0.75. So you will get rupees 60 as your answer. Okay, now the cost of 0.6 meter cloth will be 0.6 into 60, and that is rupees 36. Clear? Here you will solve it when the decimal sign will be removed. So 100 will be there, because after decimal we all know that. So now let's see the arrow method to solve the same question. So first we will write the cloth in meter, and here the cost of that cloth. Okay, so 0.75 meter cloth is costing rupees 45. So how much will 0.6 meter cloth will be cost? So here you can see that arrow is heading towards here. Okay, and here. So the means where the arrow is heading, that thing will be written first upside. Okay, and from where it is heading, that should be written on the below side. Okay, and x upon 45. Okay, because the arrow is heading over here also. So from here we will do the cross multiplication. 0.75 x is equals to 45 into 0.6. So x is equals to 45 into 0.6 upon 0.75. Okay, so if we will solve this, if we will remove decimal from here, so 10 will be here and here will be 100 when the decimal has been removed from here. So I know it is very clear to you, but I'm still easy also, and you must have done previously also, but still I'm telling you. Okay, so this 0 will be cut, and after solving, so when you will solve this part, so 5 1s are 5, and then 2 will be left. 5 5s are 25. Here 5 9s are 45. Again 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15, 5 1s are 5, 2s are 10. So what we are getting the answer is, this is 3 6 are 18, Okay, and 18 twos is 36. So your answer is rupees 36. I hope you have understood very clearly both the method. Okay, you can take any of the method which you are finding it suitable. Okay, now let's move on to the example of inverse variation. So now let's see the example of inverse variation. As we know that in inverse variation, the definition of inverse variation was saying that if there is an increase in one quantity, it will cause the decrease in the other, and if there is a decrease in one quantity, it causes the increase in other. Okay, so let's see the question based on the inverse variation. The question is saying that 4 men can do a piece of work in 5 days. Okay, so how many men will do it in 4 days? Okay, so let's solve it first with unitary method. In unitary method, we all know that the first thing is that we will write the things that are given to us. 5 days, the work is done by 4 men. By 4 men. So if the work is means if the same work is to be done in 1 day, so how much men will you require? So 1 day the work will be done, and that is 4 into 5, 20. Okay, as you know that there is only 1 day. Okay, so maximum men will be required. So now in 4 days the work will be done by 20 upon 4, and that will be 5 men. Clear? Means in 5 days there is 4 men that you are requiring, and if you have to do the same particular work in 1 day, so you will be requiring 4 into 5, that is 20 men. And again, if you are doing the same work in 4 days, so how many men you will require? That will be 20, okay, divided by 4. Clear? Number of days. So you will requiring 5 men. So now let's see the arrow method to solve the same question. So we will make the column of days and column of men. So in 5 days 4 men is required. So how much men will be required in 4 days? So here the arrow will be going upwards, okay, because days are decreasing. So arrow is made like this, okay, and here the men's will be increased, so arrow is coming downward. Okay, so we all know that if something is decrease, the other part is increase, but the arrow will be towards the increasing side only. So understand this thing, okay, don't confuse with an arrow. Okay, so 5 upon 4, the head part will be written first and the tail part will be written below to it. And number of men's, here you can see that x upon 4, because the head part is x, so 4x is equals to 20, so x is equals to 20 upon 4, and that is 5 men. So now let's see the another question based on inverse variation. So now let's take the next question of inverse variation, and for this session this is the last one. And don't worry, we will take few more questions based on direct and indirect variation in the tomorrow session also. So you may get very familiar to direct and inverse variation. Okay, and I will also give you the assignment based on it, and if you will face any difficulty, so please tell me on time before completing this chapter. Clear? So now let's see. 8 men complete the work in 6 hours. So how many hours will 12 men complete the same work? So here I have made the column men and hours. So 8 men is requiring 6 hours. So if the 12 men means the men is increasing, so definitely the hours will be less. So here the arrow will be like this. Okay, so as we all know that the head part of the arrow is written above and the tail part is at the below, and over here also 6 upon x. Clear? So this is 12x after cross multiplication, and this is 8 multiplied by 6. So 12x equals to 48, and x is equals to 48 upon 12. 12 ones are and 12 fours are is 48. So 4 hours is required. Clear? You can see it with the unitary method also, that 8 men requires 6 hours. So 1 man will require obviously more hours, that will be 8 into 6, that is 48 hours. Clear? So if 12 men is doing the same work, so definitely it will require 48 upon 12, and that is 4 hours. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, thank you.